Imagine a country where happiness isn't just something you chase on weekends. It's actually written into the Constitution. A place where hospitals won't bankrupt you, schools won't stress your wallet, and the biggest traffic jam involves a cow taking a nap in the road. Welcome to Bhutan, the only country where the GDP bows down to gross national happiness, and even the buildings practice humility by staying under 6 stories. But plot twist, while Bhutan vibes like a spiritual spa retreat, its young people are packing their bags faster than you can say enlightenment. Enter the king's next level idea, Gelephu Mindfulness City, part utopia, part eco-dream, and fully Bhutan's mic drop moment. Bhutan, a nation that chose happiness over wealth. Perched between India and China, Bhutan has long charted its own path. For centuries, it remained isolated from much of the world, preserving its unique culture, spiritual lifestyle, and natural beauty. Even when Bhutan opened its doors to tourism in 1974, it did so with extraordinary care, allowing only a limited number of visitors to ensure its customs and environment wouldn't be overwhelmed. Television and the internet only arrived in 1999. Even today, traditional attire is widely worn, and its capital city, Thimphu, has no traffic lights. A traffic officer in a kiosk does the job instead. It's a place where time slows down and where people live in harmony with both nature and community. While most nations obsess over economic output, Bhutan chose a different measure: gross national happiness. First introduced by Bhutan's 4th king in the 1970s, gross national happiness evaluates national progress through a holistic lens. It measures success not only by economic indicators but also by the health of the environment, preservation of culture, governance quality, and spiritual wellness. This philosophy isn't mere symbolism. It's part of the national constitution. Bhutanese children grow up believing that the purpose of life isn't to accumulate wealth, but to cultivate kindness, mindfulness, and contentment. Why Bhutanese youth are leaving. With its clean air, rich spiritual heritage, and verdant forests, 60% of which are legally protected, Bhutan sounds like a utopia. So why are its citizens, particularly young and educated ones, leaving? According to Dr. Lote Charing, the governor overseeing Bhutan's urban project, the country is not immune to global pressures. We face the same problems every country does. He says economic struggles, a limited job market, and a demographic shift. While Bhutanese are incredibly patriotic and willing to serve their country, the reality is daily life is challenging. Most Bhutanese still depend on agriculture, and there aren't enough modern, high-paying jobs to retain ambitious youth. Young Bhutanese are increasingly migrating abroad in search of better prospects, and many don't return. The loss of this generation represents an existential threat. If Bhutan can't offer opportunity at home, the very fabric of its happiness-focused society could unravel. A city of mindfulness, not materialism. In response, Bhutan's king Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk has launched a radical and visionary solution: the creation of Gelephu Mindfulness City. Unveiled in December 2023, this city isn't just about economic revitalization, it's about preserving Bhutan's soul in a fast-changing world. Located in southern Bhutan near the Indian border, Gelephu will span an area comparable to Hong Kong, but don't expect glitzy skyscrapers or luxury malls. This city isn't being designed for profit or prestige, it's being designed for peace, purpose, and people. Gelephu Mindfulness City aims to become a living embodiment of Bhutanese values fused with innovative design. It will be a state within a state, self-governed and experimental, a sandbox where sustainable living and spiritual depth can coexist. And unlike other global smart cities built on unsustainable promises, Gelephu is rooted in Bhutanese tradition, the Dzong-inspired bridges. Instead of mega highways or mega towers, Gelephu Mindfulness City primary architectural icons are bridges, not just functional structures but spiritual and community landmarks. One bridge will house a Buddhist temple, offering daily commuters moments of peace and reflection. Another will contain a healthcare center combining Western and traditional Bhutanese medicine. These multifunctional structures are inspired by Dzongs, Bhutan's iconic fortified monasteries that historically served as both administrative centers and spiritual sanctuaries. But that's just the beginning. One of the most remarkable bridges will support an international airport, built directly over a flowing river, with no disruption to the ecosystem below. Fish will swim peacefully beneath aircraft, unaware that a bustling gateway sits above them. Designed using a diamond grid of locally sourced glulam beams, the airport structure honors traditional Bhutanese decorative pillars known as kachins. The entire terminal will be modular, able to grow organically with demand, and shaded by trees and jungle canopies for a tranquil experience. Stressful layovers? Not here. Even the construction process is a national project. The king has promised to bring his own children to contribute physical labor, and citizens from all walks of life, farmers, bureaucrats, students, are volunteering their time and harvests to help. The dam that breathes. Perhaps the most awe-inspiring part of Gelephu Mindfulness City is its hydroelectric dam. Inspired by ancient Indian stepwells, its bold, terraced facade encourages visitors to walk across its surface. Nestled at its center sits a serene temple gazing across the valley, a visual and spiritual reminder of Bhutan's reverence for nature. Hydropower is already central to Bhutan's energy strategy. Around 99% of its energy comes from hydroelectricity, making Bhutan one of the world's few carbon-negative nations. The dam in Gelephu, however, is not just a utility, it's a symbol of coexistence between nature, technology, and tradition. How nature is the infrastructure. Flooding is a major challenge in this low-lying region, especially during monsoon seasons, but instead of fighting water with concrete, Gelephu embraces a sponge city model, a gentle, nature-first approach. Rather than concrete storm drains and barriers, rice paddies and buffer zones will absorb excess water. These not only prevent flooding, but also provide local food and support biodiversity. Roads will be paved with permeable materials, allowing rain to soak into the earth rather than overwhelm it. By working with nature rather than against it, Gelephu aims to minimize its carbon footprint and maximize harmony, building a future with global collaboration. Though Bhutan is rich in vision, its technical workforce is still developing. Local experts have acknowledged that building Gelephu Mindfulness City will require international collaboration. Engineers, architects, and planners from around the globe are being invited to work hand in hand with Bhutanese teams, transferring knowledge that will enable Bhutanese youth to lead similar projects in the future. In 40 or 50 years, Bhutan hopes its citizens will not only maintain Gelephu, but advise the world on how to build cities of balance, beauty, and well-being. A different kind of tomorrow. Gelephu is more than just urban development. It's Bhutan's answer to a modern dilemma. How can you grow, innovate, and provide opportunity without sacrificing culture, environment, or inner peace? The stakes are high. If it succeeds, Gelephu could be a model for future cities around the world, places that value compassion as much as commerce, and trees as much as tech. If it fails, Bhutan risks losing a generation, not to conflict, but to complacency and compromise. But if any country can thread the needle between progress and preservation, it might just be this mountain kingdom with no traffic lights and a constitution that mandates joy. Why the world should watch Bhutan. Bhutan might be a tiny dot on the map, but it's playing in the big leagues of global wisdom, measuring gross national happiness instead of GDP, being the world's first carbon-negative country. Take a breath of that fresh Himalayan air, and saying no thanks to plastic bags and tobacco like a wellness guru with boundaries. Sacred mountains, untouchable, wildlife, revered, even fishing is mostly off the table, so the fish can keep their peace too. While the world spirals in climate chaos and digital burnout, Bhutan offers a giant collective exhale. It's not just leading, it's enlightening. As monk Jamyang Lodin beautifully puts it, Bhutan's new mindful metropolis isn't just a city, it's a soulful story unfolding. So take note, world, the happiest place on earth isn't just smiling, it's sending out invitations. If this journey to Bhutan's blissfully bold future made you smile, breathe deeper, or rethink your idea of a perfect city, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for more uplifting stories from around the globe. Bhutan's building happiness, and trust us, you'll want front row seats.